Good God. Guys, this is so bad. It boils my blood that people don't realize how bad this is. Okay, Kamala Harris. We're talking about Kamala Harris here. The last video that I did got pushed down by the YouTube algorithm because of the topic that it was on. I was talking about the Southern Poverty SPLC. Okay, I won't even say the whole name so it won't knock this one down. But I'm connecting the dots. All right, here's the thing. Kamala Harris is such an actor. Okay, you thought I was going to say a disgusting liar, but she's that too. But she's an actor first. I want you to watch this video, and then I'm going to clue you in on something that's going to blow your freaking mind. All right, so let's listen to Kamala out on the campaign trail talking about something that went down during Trump's first presidency, and amongst other things. And I won't even play the whole clip because it's chock full of debunked lies, one after another, so many that you can't hardly stand to even listen to it. It makes me sick to my stomach just hearing her voice. The only person that makes me more sick to listen to is Ilhan Omar. That's the only person. Kamala is number 2 to Ilhan Omar. So let's listen to this clip. Listen to this big fat lie, all right? And then I'm going to freak you out when I prove to you that this is an acting job. Cut to the clip.
The Commander-in-Chief of the United States, who, when asked about the tragedy in Charlottesville, where peaceful protesters were protesting racial injustice, and a young woman was killed. And then on the other side, there were neo-Nazis wearing swastikas, carrying tiki torches, hurling racial and anti-Semitic epithets. The Commander-in-Chief said there were fine people on both sides. A president of the United States who has called Mexicans rapists and criminals, who as his first order of business instituted a Muslim ban. America, we deserve better. That does not reflect who we are as our values and priorities, as a nation that knows we are our strongest when we are unified, knows that we have so much more in common, regardless of where you live, the race, your ethnicity, the language your grandmother speaks. We know we have so much more in common, and we have a choice in this election to elect a Joe Biden who says we are, as a first order of priority, going to unify our country and bring us back together as a nation who values the importance of giving each other respect and dignity.
What the fuck? Oh, gosh. That's just, man, oh man, it's just disgusting. It's making my eyes itch. My eyes are getting watery. My allergies are bad. And my blood pressure is up. I swear to God, it gets my blood up. Just listening to this and realizing all of this is coming together. We're connecting the dots. The pieces of the puzzle are there. And then we find out that Kash Patel has uncovered the fact that Southern poverty, so-and-so, I'm not going to say it all so this one doesn't get squelched. Go watch the last video if you want to know exactly the organization I'm talking about. The people that are supposed to stick up for black people against the RACI-ism word, right? They get busted and put out on Front Street. There's indictments, there's wire fraud, there's all sorts of stuff where they have been spending millions of dollars on the people that wear this shape of a hat, and it's a certain color, it's white, okay? Yeah, follow me? They're paying them, and the very organizations that you just heard Kamala mention in that garbage speech that she just gave, the acting job, those same groups were getting millions of dollars from the Southern Poverty LC. They were paying them to create the problem that they were solving, which made them valuable. Can you freaking believe that? And then here's the thing. Here's where the explosion happened in my mind. I thought, well, okay, when Trump gave that speech in response to Charlottesville, they cut out the entire middle of his speech when he specifically denounced those same groups, and then they spliced it together. I thought that maybe Kamala Harris actually believed the edited version that the news presented. What probably happened was she was in on this and she knew about it. And I'll prove it right here because we're going to watch another clip. Professor Nez was talking about this today. So I'm going to use his clip so I don't have to look it up and find it. It's from the debate. And I covered this before. We're going to watch this little comment she made in the debate and listen to how she tells this same story that was based on the media lie. And now where we find out that it's the very organization that was connected to the Democrats, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, that was paying for the protesters that she was actually denouncing in the first place. So listen to this clip, and it's going to be creepy and eerie because she's acting. I want you to pay attention to her voice and her mannerisms and the way she tells the story after you heard that other well-rehearsed speech. Cut to the clip.
Even lied to the entire world about it.
Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side.
Not only did she lie in front of the entire world about a hoax that we now know was completely fabricated, but even the way the news portrayed what President Trump said about Charlottesville was a complete hoax. But did Kamala change the way she talked about it? Nope. Did Obama change the way he talked about it after knowing that that was doctored? Not on your life.
Yeah. Now, can you believe that? Can you believe that? It's the same speech. Strikingly similar. And could you tell from her mannerisms, from her tone of voice, that she was putting on a complete acting job, making it overly dramatic, as if she was just shocked and disgusted because she believed in the media lie. And then we find out she knew what really happened all along. How disgusting and shocking is that? How can you get away with that? I mean, maybe if I can find it, I'll put the edited part of the speech at the end of this video so you can hear exactly what Trump said and how he said it. And then think about how awful of a situation we're in politics and with the legal system today. If you could allow a person who is the vice president of the United States to have gotten away with pushing an outright lie, knowing full well that it was concocted, that it was nothing but a political smear campaign against Donald Trump, and not be in any type of legal trouble. I tell you what, I don't know why Donald Trump has not sued for defamation over that. This is a clear defamation lawsuit. Why wouldn't it be? Because he has sued people for defamation in the past. Just like how we have right now, Kash Patel is suing, is it the Washington Post or who was it? Let me know who it was in the comments. I forgot. Suing for $250 million. And by the way, Kash Patel said that in a few weeks, we're going to know why they put that hit piece out on him. And it has something to do with uncovering information about the election. And you know what? I told you guys many months ago, a long time ago, it might have even been over a year ago. I told you in a video that I had absolute proof that they cheated in the 2020 election and that I was going to present that. And I never did because people weren't interested in it. And that was during the time everyone was saying, oh, well, you're just an election denier if you believe in all that. But I tell you what, if we find out that Kash Patel unearths evidence and people go to jail and he proves that they cheated in the 2020 election, I'm going to be grinning from ear to ear because I've known this ever since then. And I have the document and the data to prove it. They cheated in Pennsylvania and they cheated in the state of Georgia. Those are the two biggest ones. Now, they did cheat in a couple of other states, but those two, I've got the evidence for it. So keep your eyes peeled because Kash Patel is going to drop the bomb. It's going to happen very soon. Post in the comments and let me know what you think about this. And am I just being overly dramatic? Or are you as outraged and disgusted as I am that they would get away with this, that they would even think that it's okay to lie to people like this? And why is it the Democratic Party concocts all of these situations? It's all based on make-believe. None of the stuff that they push is true. It's all BS. Why does that only come from the left side of the aisle? Please let me know. Fill me in. Enlighten me because I don't understand it. And I think that the Democratic Party is the most powerful organized crime family in the world today, bar none. Okay, so hopefully, excuse me, hopefully I'll have that clip. So I'm going to sign off. If you don't see it, I'll put it in the next video, but that's all I've got for now. This is Carlton. I'm out, and possibly hold for the clip.
The media, deceptively, in multiple outlets in the U.S., cut out the part where Donald Trump said there were some good people protesting on the other, or there are good people protesting on the other side. They're very fine people. And they left out when he said, I am not talking about the neo-Nazis. Specifically said he wasn't talking about them. But the media completely edited it out, disingenuously made it sound like he was talking about bad people when he said very fine people to associate him with them.
We're going to take down the statue because he was a major slave owner. Now we're going to take down his statue. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly. Now, in the other group also, you had some fine people, but you also had troublemakers, and you see them come with the black outfits and with the helmets and with the baseball bats. You had a lot of bad people in the other group too.